Get over here!
Help doll. I don't sense any enemies nearby. I know. Would you all like me to tell you a story as we climb?
Yes, story time, story time.
Oh my god. What kind of story?
One from long ago. Long before the grandparents of anyone here were born.
Not true because Kurthnaga is here.
That's...
And his dad was around for this story, I think. Oh,
I mean, relatively speaking.
Close.
In the very beginning of this world, there was only water, until one day a girl appeared. The girl was very clever, and she forged the first land. Then she made the trees and flowers, and then she created beings.
The story of the grand creation? Heard it. Wake me when it's over.
The girl was you, right, Yune? Are you talking about Ashura?
Both, really. And neither, actually. At first, the girl was excited by her new world, and she thought of little else. Then she started feeling lonely. Every being she created, was different from her. Not a single person that could truly understand her. All alone, she grew sadder and sadder, crying for thousands of years. Then some creatures began to grow and change, becoming more clever and sophisticated. They tried to comfort the girl, and eventually they grew closer to her. That was the birth of the Zunamma. They were your ancestors. Beork, Laguz, everyone. In Benyan, we are taught that the Zunamma were human. Beork ancestors. It makes me wonder what else in my country has been warped beyond recognition. It's possible that the truth was simply misunderstood. Like the way everyone calls me a dark god. But let me continue. The Zunamma worshipped the girl as their own goddess. They said her hair was as striking a color as dawn's first light, so they gave her a name. The Goddess of Dawn. She was a much-loved goddess.
The Goddess of Dawn?
The Zunamma continued to evolve and change, giving rise to a variety of races and tribes across the land. Naturally, each of the races thought their own was superior to the others, and conflict arose between them. The goddess tried to make peace among her people, but nothing could stop the warring Zunamma. Trying to separate the factions, the goddess gave them different names, Laguz and Beork. But this only intensified their conflict. And then, the Great Flood occurred. The goddess was only trying to bring an end to the fighting, but her power was so great that all the continents were drowned in the flood. All except Tellius.
Are you sure about this story? It's very different from the histories that we've each been taught.
That's why we have always been so adamant that the Dark God must not be released from the medallion. Laguz rulers have been taught this for generations, though it was particularly stressed in times of war.
Among the Beork nations, we only know that a vague fairy tale about a dark god stirring up a great disaster.
Isn't it interesting, though, how many, different characters weigh in on this, considering that they were optional to this part of the game?
I agree, actually. And it's really cool because, you remember we had that discussion about how Fodlan is really good at showcasing how the politics of the world work?
Yeah.
This game does a really good job of showcasing how religion works.
Yeah, it has a really interesting creation myth and everything.
I actually really like it a lot.
And, different races have different interpretations of that myth.
Mm-hmm.
Neither the Laguz nor the Beork have an accurate depiction of this by the sound of it. I wonder where the story got twisted.
There is another standing in our way. I have a bad feeling he might be able to tell us.
Father.
Huh?
My father. Just beyond these doors, my father is waiting.
Deginsia, King of Goldoa. He's supposed to be one of the three who defeated the Dark God. Yune.
He has been blessed by Ashura. Not only that, but it's a powerful, resilient blessing from long ago. He may be nearly impossible to defeat. Let's get everyone together. There's no better time than now. I was hoping to avoid this until we reached Ashura. Actually, I hoped I wouldn't have to do it at all. But she left me with no choice. I will give you the blessing of Yune, goddess of chaos and freedom. In their natural state, the attacks of mortal creatures have no effect on divine beings. When Ashura set out to defeat me, she gathered her strongest warriors and bestowed them some of her power. This is called the goddess's blessing. She empowered the dual swords of the Beorc swordswoman Altina, the Laguz warrior Son, and Deginsia, the leader of the dragon tribe, were also blessed.
I thought she was going to tell this story. This is why I said Deginsia was there. No, Deginsia isn't as old as the creation myth. That was...
Yeah, no,
I was wrong on that part.
Okay, he was around during the war, at the very least. And yeah, for those of you who might be curious, and those who play Fire Emblem Heroes know full well, the dual blades of Altina were Alundite and Ragnall.
Yeah.
I failed then, but this time will be different. I'll use Ashura's own tricks, and I won't be defeated. Everyone, take some time now to ready yourselves. Beorc, be sure to equip your best weapons. I'll begin when everyone's ready.
Okay, so this is an important thing. When we're not preparing for a chapter right here, per se, but when we select fight, we want to be sure of what weapon is in the first slot for every character, because that's what's going to get the blessing.
Yes, and we will take care of that momentarily. We haven't had to do a preparations skip in a little while, have we?
No.
But before we do that, we got some information here. So, give us a minute, guys. We'll be right back. Are you all right, Micaiah?
Yes, I'm fine. How about you, Soph? Are you alright? You're not hurt?
I'm not a child, Micaiah. When are you going to start treating me like an adult?
Whoa.
Show me your hand.
What?
Look at your hands. They're so big. You were so small when we met.
Micaiah. Sorry, am I interrupting something? Commander!
It's alright, Ike. How can we help you?
I was scrounging around in my stuff and I found some extra medicine. I figured I'd ask around and see if anyone needed it. I need to go get ready. Hey, there's no rush. We still have... He didn't catch a word of that, did he?
I'm sorry about that.
How long have you been with him?
A long time. I met him when I was hiding out in the back alleys of Navasa, over 10 years ago. He was so skinny, but his gaze was so piercing. I wondered how such a young boy could look like that.
Remember, Micaiah's a lot older than she looks because she's a branded.
Yep.
So she probably looks the same as the day she and Soph met.
This is actually very relevant to the previous game, because remember when we ran into Soph as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah, the person that he was looking for was Micaiah.
Yeah.
And she probably looked the exact same back then as she does now.
So it must be really weird for Soph to, like...
Now be taller.
And, like, also he's, like, they're kind of in love with each other, but also at the same time, like, he was a little... It's kind of like an Anakin Padme sort of thing.
A little bit, yeah.
One day I noticed he was standing close to me, just watching. He continued like that for a few days. One day I held out my hand. He was suspicious of me, but he came over anyway. He looked like a scared animal. Then his little hand slipped into mine. It was shaking. His fingers were so thin and frail, I couldn't let go after that. After that, we traveled together all over the continent. No matter where we went, we were always together.
The first time I met him, he had hidden on a ship we were taking. He mentioned he was looking for someone who was like family to him. It was you he was searching for, wasn't it?
I tried to leave him behind. When we went to Crimea, I split off from him and took a ship to Benyan. But when I reached Benyan, war had broken out between Crimea and Dayan. I knew I had to return to Dayan to look for him. I couldn't find him, so I went to Crimea. But I still couldn't find him. We found each other again after the war, in Dayan, in the back alleys of Navasa, where we first met.
You took routes opposite to each other.
When I told him why I disappeared, he got so angry. I'd never seen him get so emotional before.
I can't say that I blame him.
I'd be pretty furious if I heard someone I loved was wandering around two countries at war. Besides, I'm sure he'd hidden his feelings about being abandoned until he saw you again.
I thought I was reaching the limit of how long I could stay with him. We grew each and every day, but he grew each and every day, but I remained the same. I didn't want him to be harmed by the curse I lived with. Can you imagine how hard that would have been on him?
You mean the blood of the Laguz?
So you knew. Did you find out from the boy who's always beside you?
Soren? Yeah. I guess you both know how to recognize people with a similar nature.
Yes. He and I are both Brandon.
Don't use that word. You and Soren are both people, just like me and everyone else.
People. You're just like Yune. You called both Laguz and Beorks people.
Why should I care about the color of your hair, eyes, and skin? Or your ears, wings, or tail? No matter how long you live and what powers you possess, we're the same. At the end of the day, we're all people.
South talks that way too. His time with you changed him. Thank you, Ike. I've made up my mind.
About what? I didn't realize we were doing anything but talking.
I thought I might travel to a far-off place after this war was over, but I won't. I'll go back to Dayan. No matter what happens, I'll have Soth by my side. I have nothing to fear as long as he's with me.
Seems the feelings between you two both run both ways. But that's probably the wisest choice for Dayan, and Soth too. Anyway.
Oh, may I have some medicine?
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. Survive, Micaiah. We need you, and the goddess you host, to save the people of Tellius.
Yes, I know.
All that for an elixir. But that was a lot of information.
Yeah, so we gotta, tie up that loose end of, what was Soth doing in the first game again? Why was he not with Micaiah? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Dude, can we just express, this game just continues to validate my point of Ike being the best protagonist in Fire Emblem.
He's a good guy. I really like this moment for Micaiah, too. I do wish there was, more chances in the endgame for Micaiah to speak her mind, since she gets kind of hijacked by Yune.
A little bit.
But what little there is, I think, is really interesting. That's a really, I think, underrated character moment for Micaiah, to go from I'm a branded, I can't stay with the same people for too long, to I'm going to stay with Soth no matter what people say.
Especially in this particular instance, where Micaiah is also kind of... She doesn't say it explicitly.
Yeah.
But she pretty much comes to grips with the fact that, yeah, maybe Ike was right.
Yeah.
She no longer harbors any ill will towards Ike, and now finally understands why Soth revered him so much.
And I like that the game, can have some faith in the audience. It doesn't feel like it needs to come right out and have Micaiah say, wow, Ike, I misjudged you.
Yeah.
She just says...
She says thank you.
Soth says that too.
Yeah, and then after that she said
you can make the connection.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A simple act of gratitude, and we get it.
Yeah.
So that the writing in this game is top notch, man.
Zelgius is the Black Knight? I don't know what to say. It's unbelievable.
Why am I the last to know?
What was he like in Benyan?
He was the right-hand man of my most trusted aide, Duke Sephiron of Persis. He was a hero, a perfect general, and the best swordsman in all Tellius. He was never anything but loyal. But he was serving another country.
It makes me wonder how Sephiron is doing.
I doubt he's been turned to stone. Even though he was captured by Lacane and forcibly removed from his post, he'll have found a way to persevere. Sigrun always said there's no other master of the arcane arts who can compare with the Duke of Persis.
Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Ike? Don't tell me you suspect Sephiron.
Well, look at the facts.
Do not trouble your mind with the thought. He would never betray me.
It's nice to think so. But if he's not petrified, he'd have received a message from Yune. So where is he?
The goddess isn't perfect. She said so herself. Maybe the message didn't reach everyone.
You have to admit that's a weak excuse. Let's leave it at that for now. We need to focus on moving forward.
Please, let's. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something for you.
What is it?
Well, you're my trusted aide, just like Sephiran. You have to live, so protect yourself with this.
A mercenary with a contract to act as aide to the Empress of Benyan. Who'd have thought? But thank you, Sanaki.
You're welcome, Ike. And thank you.
Pavis!
Yep.
That's really nice.
Pavis is kind of... Yeah, what is it, like, halves physical...
Greatly reduces a physical attack. It's the same ability that Tabarn has.
Yeah.
So we'll keep that in mind. Poor Sanaki. Like, you know what? She's a really, really wise and intelligent girl, but she's still a girl.
I mean, she's catching up with all of this, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ike, take a look at this.
Hey now. Where'd you stumble across it?
Inside the tower. I thought of using it myself, but...
Yeah, I don't think it's right for you.
Indeed. That's why I brought it here for you to use.
Thanks. It's a very rare item. I'm in your debt.
It's the least I could do.
Oh, guard.
Yeah, I actually don't
There is a
use...
difference. There is a difference between Pavis and guard, but we'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, guard is for, like, you can take blows for
Someone else.
characters adjacent to you.
Pavis decreases the damage you take from a hit.
Yeah.
So we'll keep that in mind. Yeah, no, Ike is right. Raphael does not want that.
No.
I think we're all ready. I'll need the Lagoons to transform. Let's begin.
Funny enough, Raphael's not standing here for this scene.
I mean, he can't really be, like, blessed with anything.
Yeah, he doesn't have really a weapon.
Okay. I'm all done now. Yeah. That was really hard. I think I need to rest.
Micaiah? Are you feeling alright? You don't look so good.
I'm fine. Thank you, Soph.
What happened to Yune?
She's sleeping. She wants us to take it from here.
Alright. If we're all set, let's move out.
Alright, and that wasn't even really a chapter. 'Cause
No, that wasn't.
we're just actually starting the chapter now. Father!
Who voiced Kurthnaga?
I'll do it.
Alright.
Kurthnaga, I wasn't expecting this. It's safe to assume that you've come prepared to fight? How many times have I said it now? How many times have I warned against starting another war? We have betrayed our vow to our goddess. We should have learned, but the fighting never stopped. Now we must pay for our crimes. We must take responsibility and accept Ashura's judgment.
No! You don't understand. It wasn't the war that awoke the goddess. It was my song. The Galder of Release freed the goddess.
You can't expect me to believe that. We will wait here patiently for the punishment we deserve. If you are unwilling to await judgment... you will stand against the greatest of all dragons. Yeah, he big.
Can we express how huge he is?
It's a lot bigger than Kurth. Father, no! Why must we fight? There must be a way to talk this through!
It's no use, Kurth. We have no choice but to fight. We must reach the goddess, and not even the King of Dragons can stand in our way.
Alright.
So, can we just, like, take a look at this? Dragons,
yeah.
dragons.
Now, there are red dragons and white dragons. Red have higher defense, but lower magical defense. White
Is the opposite.
is the opposite. So we want to take reds out with magic and whites out with physical.
And, yeah, let's go ahead and address the giant dragon in the room. here's the thing.
Double S strike.
So, Fire Emblem has a bit of a thing with, like, you know, boss units not being all that powerful in the grand scheme of things, because, like, the real challenge comes from the army that you have to fight to get to them in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Not the case with Deginsia.
Take a look at his abilities.
Deginsia is arguably one of the most powerful boss units in all of Fire Emblem. Level 40 Black Dragon, 100 HP, with Mantle, Night Tide, Form Shift, Shove, and the bane of so many people, Ire.
Yeah, so we're gonna want Nile
Yes.
when fighting him.
Yeah, that's actually something that a lot of people don't seem to realize. This is why you need Nile, at least in some way, shape, or form on your team. Otherwise, Deginsia will kill you. One of the most common strategies is like, oh, you know, you have these really, really powerful Royal Lagoos. Go ahead and fight Deginsia with them. Deginsia can kill Tabarn and Kennegus if need be.
Oh, yeah.
Like, they are no match for Deginsia alone.
Yeah, if Ire goes off.
Yep, and look at that. Nullifies all damage inflicted by weapons not blessed by Yune, so we have to fight him with the weapons that are blessed.
The good thing about the blessed weapons is it also gives them infinite durability.
Yep, speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a look at all this. So yeah, we have chosen the weapons for everyone that are blessed, that will be blessed by Yune. Marcia probably got the lowest end of the stick because all she had access to was, like, a bunch of swords and, like, lances, but the Brave Sword, given her skill set, can work. Sheena with a double bow. Yeah, we gave Mist Alundite.
Because let us not forget, in Path of Radiance, there was one other who stood against the Black Knight.
Yep, and it was Mist. Her. How poetic is that she's the one to use Alundite?
Yeah, we had to use an arm scroll to get her up there.
Yeah, but you know what? It was well worth it. So yeah, Sword. This is why we've been saving that Rexcalibur.
Yep.
This is why. Another strategy that a lot of people like to use is have him equipped with what's it called? Thimbleventer?
Yeah.
So, or not Thimbleventer, a Blizzard.
Oh, Blizzard for the long range.
Yeah, Blizzard for like just non-stop long range artillery, which is also an option actually.
Yeah.
Like that is a totally viable strategy.
But we didn't have any left.
And we did have the Meteor, which we could have probably given to Soniki.
We could have, yeah.
But honestly, I like what we have here. Boyd obviously with Arbonne. Nephany with the Wishblade.
Yeah, the Wishblade was either going to Nephany or to Marcia. And we chose Nephany.
Well, I don't think Marcia can even use it.
We would have had to arm scroll. Yeah.
We would have to arm scroll, and honestly, I think Nephany more than deserves Wishblade.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Alencia has Amity, and Volk has Peshkats. So that's pretty much it. This is going to be one doozy of a chapter.
Can we check the outfit section real quick?
Yes, good call.
I just want to make sure... Manage... Okay.
Oh,
yeah, we can give somebody the Pavis.
Yeah, so what do we got here? Pavis is a 20 skill. Can nullify the effects of an attack of an enemy unit.
Right.
Pavis completely nullifies.
It could just say nope.
And then there's Guard. Let's take a look here. We need someone who has 20 capacity. And there's not a lot Kurthnaga might. Let's see. Sheena, Mist, Nephany. Nephany would actually make really good use of Pavis, but I think she's fine. Boyd, yada yada. Tabarn already has Pavis.
Yeah.
Alencia, Volk, Raffia.
Almost.
Yeah, but we don't want to get rid of Celerity. And Kennegus.
I'm okay
Honestly,
with giving it to Kurth for now.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving it to Kurth. So...
Makes it a little bit more likely we actually use him in attacks.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and give Kurthnaga Pavis.
Okay.
Awesome.
Do we want to give him anything else from that section?
Parody's an option. The other one is Wildheart, but we don't want to give him Wildheart.
Yeah, no.
Parody would make it so that, like, whoever he fights is pretty much on even ground, but I think Kurthnaga is one of those kinds of units that actually wants to, make sure that he, that he's, able to, make use of, guard tiles. So, actually, in that case... Let me see.
I don't usually use Pavis because I see it as like a half measure towards Niall.
You know what? Why don't we give it to Alencia?
Okay.
Alencia's flying, so she can't really take you. So if
Yeah.
she's in a particular position, she can't really make use of like guard tiles anyway.
Okay.
And with her, and it actually also makes sense with her Kanto skill.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's give her parity.
Okay. I meant to say I don't usually use parity. I usually
Yeah.
use Pavis because it's just really good.
Yeah, Pavis is just a really good skill.
Yeah.
We'll save the experience because we still have like 29,000 experience. Do we want to use some of this?
Is there anybody who could use a few more levels?
Quite a few actually. Yeah, honestly, we're this far
This
into
is
the
our
game.
This is our end game.
This is our
theme,
end
so-
game. We're gonna need everything especially against Digincia. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be right back, guys. We're going to assign some bonus experience. I think this is the chapter to start using it all.
Sounds good.
Let's do this. Alright, so we got the rest of the preparations out of the way. We did a little bit more maintenance. We, as you guys saw, granted a lot of bonus experience.
Yep.
I mean, this is the chapter to do it, man.
Yep. Pour it in.
Let's go. Okay.
Now, I can't remember if I said this on camera or not, but red dragons are easier to kill with magic, and white dragons are easier to kill with physical force.
Yeah, I'm looking at this whole thing right now, and immediately I'd say you suggested we go into this corner and turtle up a little bit so that we can start taking care of these guys little by little as we go forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's Digincia, who is surrounded. We are going to do our best to take out every dragon in here, mainly for the experience. Dealing with Digincia himself is a bridge we're going to have to cross when we get there.
Fun fact, next to Digincia, if you want to take a look,
Nasir.
we have Nasir, and on the other side we have Gareth, who was Kurthnaga's bodyguard.
Yes. So that's got to be a little bit of a sting there.
Well, they won't move, neither will Digincia, and we can completely ignore Nasir and Gareth as long as we stay out of their range. If we leave them alive, they will actually join us at the end of the chapter.
Okay, so there's something to consider.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and keep that in mind. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and start to do what we have to. So you said that these guys are weaker to physical attacks, right?
Yep.
All right, let's open up with Volk. Who? Oh, Jesus. These guys are tough.
Also, we probably want to try and stay off of that ledge because the red one...
You're right. Good
Can-
call. Good call.
Yeah.
So, right here, I
Yep.
say we start with this.
I said they were easier to kill physically. I didn't say it would be a cakewalk.
Yeah, especially because he just got hit. Nice!
There's the lethality.
And it doesn't matter now because our weapons now have infinite durability. So
Yep.
there we go. All right, good start. Boyd, let's see what you can do. Ah, damn!
That's some big damage.
Let's do this. Boyd has upgraded to Dragon Slayer. They are accurate though, so we're gonna be doing a lot of healing here.
Yeah, which is good because we decided we actually want to try and get Micaiah up. She's like halfway through rank B with staves, and if we can get her up to A, we have 2 arm scrolls left. So then we could give her the double S staff that we have.
Yes. Okay, that's some damage as well. They're not critting, though, which is good.
Yeah.
So, go for it, Kennegus.
For the most part, dragons don't usually have the skill threshold to crit.
Unlike Kennegus.
Yeah.
Well done. Yeah, as usual with these kinds of games, this first part is crucial.
Can we get a bead on everybody in the middle area?
Yeah, these guys can actually move quite a ways.
Yeah, I'd like to know how far they could get into the side areas and how...
I actually have a pretty good way to deal with that. If we can... I actually want to... Thinking if maybe we put Ike here...
Yeah.
To take this guy out. He can bait these guys. Let's actually see how well Ike can do against... Whew, that's some damage, but if he takes this guy out, and if he needs a heal, he should be able to deal with these two dragons perfectly fine.
Yeah. Yeah, as long as we heal him along the way.
Yeah, if need be. So yeah, I say we start with this.
Okay.
Oh, that's some damage. Oh yeah, because like I think yeah, the white dragons, let me look at this. Oh, they do magic damage as opposed to the red dragons which do physical.
I think they all scale off their physical damage, but...
Yeah, well, look. 41 against Ike, against the red dragons, which only do 19.
Oh, maybe you're right.
Yeah, the white dragons are magic dragons, whereas the red dragons are more physical.
Okay.
So we'll keep that in mind. Either way, Ike should be able to deal with this just fine.
Yeah, we can heal with Mist and Kanto away.
Yes. Assuming Ike even kills, that's a thing. Because that's 66 damage.
Pretty scary when you can't count on Ike to kill things.
Yeah, but I do know someone who can. Mist,
Yeah,
you're on.
We have options.
With Alundite.
Nice. Huh, you're pretty good with that thing, sis.
It feels weird.
You get used to it.
It feels really weird, Ike.
I know.
Yeah, that's the sword that killed her dad.
Yeah.
So, I can understand the, little bit of
Hesitance.
apprehension.
Before you do that, actually, if you put Sheenan one space over, he should still be able to hit.
Right here?
Yeah, because he's a marksman.
That's true, and if he can get a critical here, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Especially because I don't think that dragon can even reach... No, he can't! So, yeah, if we put him there, then the other dragon can't reach him there.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, thank you for reminding me of that.
Yep. It's really interesting in newer Fire Emblem games that, like, give more increased range to archers.
Mm-hmm. Oh man, that was a thing in freaking Shadows of Valencia, and
Yeah.
that made... Archers in Shadows of Valencia were busted,
Yeah.
dude! Like, super freaking busted.
Which I really liked, because Archer is my favorite class, but...
Alright, so, Ike is super injured right now.
I think we're gonna need to have Alencia do a flyby heal.
Likely, yeah. Let me get a beat on these dragons as well, because, yeah, I think we're gonna have everyone retreat into that little corner, and if Raphael needs to do a little, a canto, we can do just that.
Mm-hmm.
I almost want to have someone there to bait a hit from the dragon, but we don't have much of anyone else that can really take a hit like that right now. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have to do our retreat for now, and we'll go from there.
Okay.
So, Soth, you come over here. Yeah, because I trust Ike will be able to deal with those two dragons there. It's just a matter of getting everyone else out of harm's way.
Yeah, if you wanted, you could fortify to heal
Everyone. But we'll
save that as long as we can.
Yeah, exactly. Alright. Raphael's gonna need a rescue, it seems.
Yep. Yeah, if you're gonna rescue him anyway, you might as well give Mist another turn.
Mist and Sheenan.
Yeah.
Actually, Sheenan could bait that dragon.
Yeah.
Why not, right?
We know now that he's...
He's able to take at least one hit.
Yeah, he can take one trade with a dragon.
Mm-hmm.
You want Mist to heal Boyd or Volk?
Yes. Ha! Just like old times, eh, Mist?
Just like old times, Boyd.
Alright. Yeah, we need to get them past this line. That's the main thing. So, thankfully, it seems like they're already maxed out. Oh, you know what? I think the blessing made it so that they're immediately ready with the dragon forms.
Yeah, it might even make it so that they have infinite meter. I'm not positive.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that, but we'll
know at the end of this turn.
Yeah, we'll figure that out in a moment. Let me just make sure everyone else can get out. And those who need... And those that cannot make it, we can, yeah, Tabarn, I also believe, can
yeah,
do what he needs
he can
to.
survive a trade.
Yeah, I am going to go ahead and rescue, Raphael right now with Marcia. Okay, good. We're good. Yeah, so you're gonna move over here. Might as well. Let's get that started.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, and Sanaki can go over here, right out of range.
Wait a moment, Marcia. I would like you to stay with me and fight. You got it. I'm ready to go. They won't know what hit them.
Yeah, funny how Marcia left the Pegasus Knights of Benyon only to be in a support with the Empress herself.
Yep. Yeah, Tabarn can take one hit, so if we shift him here, he should be fine.
Yeah.
And that's it. Here we go.
I don't like how he's on the protective square.
It is what it is. Shoo!
Yeah.
Yeah, these dragons are tough.
Get off that square.
Yeah, he's going after Tabarn because Tabarn can't range attack. That's not bad, though. That's fine.
Good dodge.
Mm-hmm. Alright, do your thing, Sheenan.
Their accuracy falls off with range, I think.
It looks like that, yeah.
Yeah, Vantage. Vantage didn't really help, but I just get excited when it procs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, here they come. Oh, boy. Yeah, the unfortunate thing is, like, we're gonna have to move forward and do our best to just take out as many of these guys as we can.
Yeah.
It helps that we have Raphael with us, so we gotta remember that.
Yeah, though right now he's, in Alencia's arms.
Yeah, we'll handle that. Thankfully, Alencia has Savior, I think. So if she needs to fight, we still can.
Yeah. So we have a few targets we're gonna want to try and take out quickly.
Alright, let me see what Marcia can do against this dragon here first. Because if she can take him out without anyone else, Oh, no, wait, no, Marcia is the one with
the...
Yeah, I thought it was Alencia for a moment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, let me see what these guys can do against, or what Tabarn can do against these guys first. Not terrible.
Yeah, he can actually tank them pretty well.
Yeah, while he's on that
while
tile.
He's on the tile. we might want someone to take Raphael off of Marcia because she has the Worm Slayer.
Yes.
And remember, Nephany has the Dragon Foe ability, so she's going to do some extra damage.
You are correct, so... Let's focus on getting these guys out of the way first. I would not... while keeping out of range of those dragons, or at the very least, any dragons that... Or, like, anyone that has to be in those ranges can at least take something from these guys. Keep in mind, though, they are magic, which to Barn himself... is not great against. Actually, no, that's not terrible. Like, that's a 12 point difference,
I don't think
though.
it's based on magic damage. I think...
It has to be, because, like, look at their meter. 38 magic, 12 strength, as opposed to the red dragons, which are the complete opposite.
Yeah, I guess it is.
It has to be.
Alright. So...
Alright.
Do we want to give Sheenan the kill with that one up there?
No. That guy's up there, and he can't do much as long as we keep people out of the range. I want to focus on these dragons.
Yeah, okay. Then... I'd like to see what a trade with Nephany looks like first.
Alright.
Especially if we, like, put her on the ward square.
Holy shit!
Dragon Foe.
Yeah, the thing is, like, that's 18 damage coming at her, and if, like, multiple of those dragons hit her, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, so we want to take out as many of these at once as we can.
Mm-hmm. While staying out of range of those white dragons, that's the thing.
Yeah.
So, to Barn, I actually am going to open up with you going after this guy, and then you Kanto out.
Yeah. This might be where we use a Fortify at the end of the turn to, like...
That's actually a good call.
To fix everybody.
Let me see what Kurth can do.
Fuck you, Kurth.
Not great.
I've heard before the excuse that Kurthnaga doesn't want to hurt the other dragons.
I mean, okay, sure, I get that.
I think he literally can't damage the dragons.
Alright, then. I think I know how we can do this. The red dragons are weak against magic, right?
They're easier to kill with magic, yeah.
Let's make use of that. Lightning magic, I believe, is what they're good at, but none of our like main units can use lightning magic all that well.
Well, none of them specialize. They can still use it. Also, these guys, it doesn't matter if you're using blessed weapons or not. Right now, that only matters for Degensia.
Right. Alright, we don't have Raphael for this, so we're gonna have to be smart about this. Oh boy. This is tough.
Yeah.
Let's start with the guys in the back row first, actually.
Okay.
Let's see what they can do. I'm willing to open up with this, see if he gets a lethality.
Sure.
Or a crit, or something.
Alright.
He's on a tile, though. But let's see.
Well, this guy's not on a tile.
No, he is.
Oh, is he?
Yes. Ugh.
Yeah, no. Okay, that'll kill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if we have to keep a couple of them alive, it's good to know that these guys can at least take a few hits.
Yeah.
That's the important part. If we can form a wall, we should be able to...
We just gotta be careful with the wall because these guys have a range.
Mm-hmm. Who has the Fortify staff? Mist?
No, I think Alencia has it.
Yeah, she does.
You could probably have Mist take it and use it.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that Sheenan can attack from one more space away, and then he doesn't get countered.
I keep forgetting that. Unfortunately, there's no way to go for... Oh, wait, no, he can go here.
He has an effective range of 3.
He also has a range of 1 because of that double ball.
Yep.
Let's do this. Excellent!
Yeah, these are what we need right now, these special abilities.
The Deadeye didn't even kill him!
No. Would have put him to sleep, though.
It would've. Still, wow! Yeah, this is where things start truly peaking. Yeah, the Rouge Razor can't even do anything. It has to be Base Lard.
Yeah, Kanangas can't reach anyone else, so you kind of might as well have him fight that guy.
Mm-hmm.